January 21st, 2026. So I want to speak to people about the ego. The ego, the proper order of things is spirit, mind, and body. So the ego seeks to unite, and it looks everywhere, and it can't find it. Even in, religious places, it can't find how to connect. And it's having all these experiences throughout its life of this greater intelligence that lives within us. And it wants to know, what the heck is this it knows? How come I can't connect? Because the ego is made up of our life experience. It only thinks it knows. It assumes, it guesstimates, imagines, but it doesn't truly know. So when it has this inner experience of this greater intelligence, it wants to know. How does it know? How is it always protecting me if I listen to it? It wants to connect to this greater intelligence, and it doesn't have the pathway. And people they chase things for dopamine highs, trying to fill that need within them, and they can never get it. They can never fulfill it because it's not out in the physical reality that we fulfill that. It's inward. I'll give you an example. Observe your mind. If you can observe your mind, then you have to ask yourself, what part of me is observing my mind? And then you have to ask yourself, what is this gut instinct? How does it know I'm in danger? Do you ever hear anybody say, oh, I'm so glad I didn't listen to my gut instinct? No, because the ego knows it's a protective measures. And how many times when we don't listen to it, we always correct ourselves after should have listened to it. It knows, you see, it knows that there's a greater intelligence inside that's guiding it. You get hairs up and shivers and tingles or deja vu. It knows that there's something greater within it. It does can't. How come I'm shivering? How come I'm tingling? It's a confirmation for me. I get shivers and tingles all the time now. Confirmation. I'm directly connected. But I did the journey. And this situation that's ongoing, this soap opera on my old life, it's it's to show the corruption. People don't understand how big and widespread this is going to be. This little area, this what's going on in our area, it's just part of a bigger picture. The Masons, this Masonic cult, and you better believe there was way more than just her little paid hired uh, assassins. They were they're freaking out because none of their spells are working. The Masons and the elite are freaking out. How did somebody ever survive this? I'm a demonstration. I'm God's demonstration in the world. I'm just a humble student of the new message. I'm not an alien. I'm not God. I'm not Jesus. I'm not the second coming of anybody. Jesus is running the show up there. He's not coming back. That would be an alien pretending. And they can say anything they want about me. I'm just me. I'm a divine being having a human experience, just like you. We're just not connected. We don't know. It's very important to work with our mind. It's very important to have the skills that are in us brought forward, like the art of seeing, where you see behind deception. You can see, I can connect dots. It's like pieces of the puzzle, and then bang, you get the insight, and all the dots fall into place. Then and it's such an inner knowing that you can't discount it. The ego doesn't. It loves the inner experiences. Never discounts it, never argues it. This is how we slowly unite the ego to the spiritual being we are, because we're all had life experiences that have conditioned us, and we don't know how to fix. All my life, I felt unworthy, unwanted, unloved, and I was seeking that validation. And my heart was very kind and loving. I realized recently, I couldn't figure out why my heart was different. Why did I see people's souls, and that's why my heart is so loving and kind, because I think everybody's like that. Well, they are, but they're not connected. Some are, some aren't. Like there's different pathways, but this is a direct pathway. And I asked one person one time when they were doing another, they had done both paths. I said, what's the difference? This one takes you all the way, and it does. Many are being called because of the state of evolution we're in. You have to understand there's evolution in the heavenly realm too. That's why there's so many on earth. We're coming down, trying to find this, fill that need, and give our gifts to the world, then we evolve there. Yeah, there's evolution in that realm too. This is why God's new message is very unique. It's recorded as spoken. Man can't change it. There's over 850 revelations. It's a pathway. It tells you everything. It tells you how life works in the universe, how to connect within, what's going on in the world, where we are in the stage of evolution. And people say, oh, there couldn't be a new message. Well, who are you to say there can't be? Nobody knows. God knows. And this explains everything. Everything you ever wanted to know life. And it gives a pathway to our divinity, and it gives us the fix to get rid of the alien issue, which are controlling the globalists and, taking everything off Earth. It's a whole greater education. And I always wait to know. When I get an inkling on something, I know that there's parts of a bigger picture happening here. So I wait to know from the next understanding and perspective. I just keep doing that. Don't box your beliefs in. When you box your beliefs in, you can't grow. The beliefs are just stepping stones to greater understanding and perspectives. So, karma's coming on them all. God wants people to wake up. He wants them to reclaim this power. You're going to need it with what's coming in the world, because the white hats are showing you the corruption. Everything's done on false narratives. She spewed false narratives and it sold everybody illusion. Not one thing was true. And she got a whole team. She was a Pied Piper, feeding you full of false illusions and narratives and lying her butt off and feeding you an illusion. You guys all bought it. Follow the lunatic because you're not discerning. You don't have the tools. You don't have the skills. God knows this. And you look at the media. They spew false narratives all the time, selling you illusions. Everything they say about, Trump, they're doing to you. You can't see it. It's right in your face. The liberals are put back into power to show you the corruption. Where the corruption's coming out all over the world. Not just in the world, but in ourselves. We have to correct ourselves. We have to protect ourselves, protect our energies. People don't know how to do this, how to protect their mental energies. But steps to knowledge, the art of seeing, learning about what separation is in our separated state. The separation really explains that well. We have a dual nature. You're not just a creature of the earth. You're something greater in you, and it's calling to you. Circumstances in the world will call you to this, ready or not. Was I ready? Well, I had been practicing, taking the steps and learning for years. Thank God I had that, because I wouldn't have survived. You survive hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of satanic ritual spells, death spells, insane spells. They tortured my mind. Thank God I had the ability to pull myself back and observe. And God led me to someone who, saved my life, basically by giving. I didn't know where to start to heal the wounds. I didn't know how to protect my energy. I swiftly learned. So it's crazy. It's a crazy journey, but I'm just watching the show. Sit back and watch the show. I'm busy looking after me, getting on with my life, trying to work on my webpage and trying to work on my invention and doing these little videos. So go see for yourself. Go check it out for yourself. Go look up working with the mind. Give yourself a greater understanding and perspective. Go read the artist, listen to the art of seeing. That's a good one. And the separation, so you understand what living in a physical reality is all about. That will help you. Just go to newmessage.org, and there's a Power of Knowledge book. It's all free. It's all free because God has given us a new message so we can understand what's going on in the world, and we can protect ourselves, and we can help ourselves. Nobody's coming to help you. Don't worship anybody. Don't bow down to nobody. Right here, you go in. That's who you learn to trust. It's the only thing you can trust in this world is the power and presence and grace of love that God has put in you. I trust myself totally now. I'm connected. The ego's quiet. I got one mind now. I united, as Steps to Knowledge promises you. I did it. But right now, there's heaven's working overtime to get people to take back their power, take back their authority, and it's not going to guilt you out or nothing like that. It's gentle journey that only gives you what you're ready for. Check it out.